So this is our AWS Management Console looks like. You can see that we have services section. If I will click over here, just a second. Yeah. So as I click, we can see compute, storage, database, networking and content delivery, security, identity and compliance, management tools, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence. Like that, there are so many services AWS offers in the cloud. Our part is of compute itself, so we will be only dealing with EC2 as of now. Let me jump to EC2. Yeah. So this is my EC2 dashboard, and as you can see, I have instances, images, elastic block storage, as well as so many other features available in my dashboard. I can create instance by clicking on launch instance, where I will be dealing with EC2. So let me do that now. It's taking time. Yes, the first step while creating EC2 virtual server is choosing an Amazon machine image. As you can see, an AMI is a template that contains software configuration to launch your instance. You can see that there are various AMI available in our EC2 portal. Here you can check at Red Hat, Ubuntu, Windows Server 2016, or there are other paid versions available for you. Let us choose Microsoft Windows Server 2016. Now we will choose our instance type. Instance type is the virtual server which will be running on our virtual machine. Here we have family as well as type, the number of CPUs, the memory for the virtual server, instance storage type, as well as if you want to optimize the EBS, and network performance, and whether IPv6 support is present. There are various instance types available. For example, based on CPU utilization, memory optimized, and so on. Then we can choose whether the generation is going to be current or all generation of the virtual server. We will be choosing general purpose as it is available in our free tier. T2.micro is sufficient for this experiment. Let us further go and configure our things. First, the number of instances which we will be using, I will keep it as 1. I don't need an export instance, so leave it. Network, I will be choosing a default virtual private cloud. Then subnet will also be default. Auto assign public IP, yes, I need an auto assign public IP, so it is enabled. Domain join directory will be none, as I don't need it anymore. IAM role, that also I will keep as none as of now, but roles can be of user as well as can be of admin. Shutdown behavior, I will opt for terminate, which means as I will shut down the virtual server, it will get terminated. There is no need of enabling termination protection or monitoring. Then comes the tenancy. I will choose shared because it's an experiment and I don't want to pay for my dedicated virtual server. Now let's move further to the advanced details. In advanced details, in this user data box, JSON notation for LAMP server or so on. I can even choose a file for the same. Now let us move to our next part, which is adding the storage. Here we will be adding the storage to our instance. We can have volume type as well as the device type, the snapshot which we want to use, the size of the storage. As default it is 30, but I can go for any size, like I will make it as 8 GB, but for this experiment let it be 30 GB. Then I can choose general purpose SSD, magnetic storage device, or as well as provisioned IOPS. 100 by 3000 is the default IOs. Then throughput is NA, delete on termination yes, and there is no need of encrypting. Free tier eligible customers can get up to 30 GB of EBS general purpose SSD or magnetic storage. Let us add the tag for our virtual instance. Let me type trial as a key and its value as AWS compare. And now let me move to configure the security groups for our instance. A security group is a set of firewall to protect our instance and to not allow any other traffic. I can assign a security group while creating a new security group or by selecting an existing security. Let me create a new security group for this experiment. Security group name and the description to be given. I am giving my compare as a name for the security group, and let me give description as compare security group. Now I will choose the protocols for my instance. Let me choose protocol. Then the port range is 80. Let me choose RDP. RDP is for port desktop connection, which will allow my instance to get connected to a other hardware machine. Let me give CIDR block as 0.0.0.0 so that this instance from anywhere. Now let me go for review and launch. Review and instance launch will give me some instruction like improve your instance's security, and then it will give me all the details about AMI, instance type. As you can see, memory is 1 GB, instance storage is EBS only. Then the security groups including the protocols like HTTP and RDP, which we have included in our security group. Then instance details. Storage option and the tag which we have chosen for our instance. Now let me launch. A key pair consists of public key that AWS stores and a private key that we will have. We need these keys so that we can access our instance. Let me create a key pair here. I will give a name as AWS compare, and then I will download this private key. After downloading, I will click launch instance, and now my instance is initializing. Yeah, now I have my instance running. Now let me scroll down and view the instance. Magic is coming, I'm telling you. Yeah, so these are the details about the instance. We hadn't provided any name, that's why the name section is blank. Alarm status is none because we hadn't went for alarm checking. Okay. Yeah, so the launch timing as well as the security group. Now let me show you the description of our instance. By the way, instance state is running. Yeah, the description about the instance, everything, the public DNS as well as public IP and IPv4, the instance state, the type of the instance. We don't have any IAM role as of now, and so on. There are so many details, by the way, available here about the instance. Status check. We hadn't applied for monitoring and status checks, But it basically checks the state of our instance, whether it's running perfectly or not. Then we can monitor by using CloudWatch alarms. It will alarm us if there is any error in the instance or if the instance is not working as per requirement. Then the tag name, of course, by which we can identify our instance. So now let me show you the state. As you can see now, instance state is running. I will connect now. First I have to download the RDB file, a remote desktop file. Okay, so I have downloaded it. Let me show you. Let me also get the password for my instance, so that this password I will be using along with my keys to unlock my instance. We choose the file. AWS compare. We'll open it. Now I will decrypt the password so that it will get mixed up with the public key, and then here is the password. Now this password I will be using along with my username as administrator to launch my virtual instance. Let me copy it. I will be needing it. Okay, so now let me click on that file, RDB file. Yeah, here is it. Connecting now. So administrator is the username and the password I have copied. Now let me click OK. That's just a warning, you can ignore it. Just click on yes button. Configuring, securing remote connection, configuring. Virtual machine is getting prepared. Soon we will see that our administrator account has been created for our virtual machine. On my single hardware, I am running two operating systems, one via virtual machine with the help of cloud computing through Amazon Web Services, other Windows 10 on my hardware. I hadn't used any ISO image file also for this virtual instance. Here you can see the difference. I will maximize it. On the top right side, we can see that the details about the virtual machine is being displayed. So currently I am running two operating systems on a single machine, on a single hardware. So basically it's a virtual machine by Amazon Web Services. My virtual server is working fine.